Judas Iscariot. Sorry for the jump scare, but Judas is probably one of the most infamous names in all of human history. In fact, his name is basically synonymous with the word traitor. But here's the real twist. Judas wasn't even his name. In fact, when you hear the name that he actually went by, it's going to sound completely foreign to you. Let's talk about it. His name was actually Yehuda, and in Hebrew that means Yahweh is praised. It actually means Yahweh is praised specifically with your hands. It's actually the same name as the tribe of Judah, the royal line of David. It's a strong, honorable name, a name that you would give a son that you were very proud of. Think of this like being named Victory or Defender, only to have the world remember you only as the guy who messed up. The irony is pretty brutal. The first century, the name Yehuda was very common. He was just one of many Judases in the group. Remember, there was Judas, not Iscariot, as well. If you walked into a room with the disciples and shouted Yehuda, you may have had 2 or 3 people look at you. The Iscariot part, that wasn't a surname like Smith. It was actually a geographic title. So it wasn't Iscariot. It was more like Kerioth, or man from Kerioth. When the gospel writers penned their accounts in Greek, Yehuda became Iodas. And then when the Latin Vulgate was produced by the Catholic Church years later, it became Eudes. By the time it hit the English language, the J sound evolved, and we got the modern Judas. And it's strange that that name that was once so popular for centuries for a title of praise to the Lord now became a word that almost no one would name their children today. And I could cover the story of his treachery and selling Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, but I feel like that video has been done a million times before. And for me, I would rather cover the name. The tragedy of Judas isn't just in his actions, it's how his name that was meant for praise became a cautionary tale. Sometimes, even when people see something right in front of them, they don't recognize it. They ask, "What is it?" That's exactly what the Israelites asked when they woke up and saw manna on the ground for the first time. They literally didn't know what they were looking at, even though it was their salvation. That's our next story. See you guys next time.